Hey everybody, Comic Book Steve here again with another haul. I got some from new releases over the past 2 weeks, some back issue hunting on my comic shop, and New England Comics is having another sale. This one is pretty crazy. Every week that passes in the selling, it's like over 4 weeks. The back issue discount goes higher and higher. So it started out as I think 50% or 65%, and then last week it was 75, and this week it's 80 something, and then dollar books are 35 cents now. Of course, most of the books have been like most of the good stuff's been picked through, so a lot of the dollar bin books seem to have been mostly as you're flipping through them, it's like Image stuff and Valiant stuff and like 90s Marvel and DC stuff. So it's really like it's not a lot to get excited about. I'm sure there's like something good in there, but I didn't want to spend like hours sifting through bins. But so what I did look through seemed pretty bare. I did pick up some back issues. They were still having that stupid uh, exclusion of the Amazing Spider-Man books. Those were not part of the sale, so it was Amazing Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Deadpool. Those are the ones I noticed that were blocked off as, hey, these aren't part of the back issue sale, which is a shame. I mean, I would have spent more. I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm gonna go back there and buy them for full price. Maybe someone else will, but they'll sell a lot slower. I'll tell you that. But whatever. It's their prerogative. It'll just inform my decisions on going there like immediately when there's a sale. If I'm concerned that those are gonna be blocked off. If I realized that those were gonna be blocked off again for this sale as they were last sale, I wouldn't have even gone. Even though I did get some books that I enjoyed. But anyway, I also got some books off my comic shop and a couple off eBay. Anyway, let's just jump into it. This is from last week. New Superman #1. The Chinese Superman. This is the variant cover. I don't know what the ratio is on these. It's not like super high ratio. I got this at cover price. I'm not too crazy about it. I like the idea of them doing a Chinese Superman. I don't like the idea of them now making like a Chinese of every character. It almost seems insulting in a way. It's like, okay, you made one character, a Chinese character of Superman, fine, but now there's a Chinese Batman and a Chinese Wonder Woman, and that's what they're calling themselves, and it seems really kind of like awkward. If you know, if you put yourself in the world of DC, like in this universe with these characters who are gaining superpowers, really like go, okay, you know what, I'm gonna call myself the Chinese Wonder Woman because I guess I can't think of a better name. So, and I like Wonder Woman, so I'm just gonna be the Chinese Wonder Woman. It just seems really odd. Um, but I did like the idea of the Chinese Superman. I thought that it's a decent idea. I don't like the character though, so I'm not going to be continuing this. But I do hope it takes off. It'd be cool to eventually get these books into the Chinese market rather than just having them. I'm sure they read them online, but they're not printed in the Chinese language, and I know the movies have been doing really well over there, so it'd be cool to see that market be utilized or tapped into for floppy comics. Anyway, I have these a bit out of order, so we're gonna have to pause for a minute while I sort through this pile over here. I also picked up Spider-Man Deadpool #7. I got this because of the art inside. It's very like reminiscent of Ditko, and I thought that was really awesome. Unfortunately, the story is honestly it's crap. I did not like it at all. So it looks Scott Klabosh, who I remember from years ago doing like a lot of books, and he's fine in his own style. But I thought this was awesome that he did such a great like copy of the Ditko style. I thought it was really cool. The story reads to me like a Mad Magazine parody. It's a lot of like political parodies that are like way too on the nose and seem too easy and too there's something like awkward about them. I mean, I'm all for like making fun of our political process, but this seemed like it seemed less a Spider-Man Deadpool comic and more a let's make fun of everything. So it didn't feel like a Spider-Man Deadpool comic. But I did love the art. The downsides were the writing and the cover. I think the cover, there was a total missed opportunity in making that cover look more like the Ditko 60s style, and I think that would have made a complete awesome package. Yeah, so I won't pick this up again when it's a guest artist, guest writer, but I'm relatively glad that I picked that up just for the art alone. I got Spider-Man 6, Miles Morales. There's something off about this book. Something that made me reconsider picking this up monthly, and I don't know what it was. It wasn't a bad book, but there's something I wasn't crazy about with it, and I can't put my finger on it. I almost missed picking this up. I saw like the top part of it at Newberry, and I thought it was the Spider-Man Civil War 2 miniseries. But I was glad I noticed this was Miles Morales. Yeah, it was alright. There's something weird about it though. Can't put my finger on it. Next one I got was Civil War 2, number 3, the Cho variant. I like these Cho variants, even though they don't really have anything to do with the interior. Which is, I mean, I guess I'm used to that with variants now, which is sad. But Civil War 2 is quickly getting aggravating. I hated the Free Comic Book Day book. I liked number 0. I like number 1. Number 2 was good. Number 3, it's turning into classic Bendis, where it's like, come on, get to the point. What's going on here? When are we gonna see the battle? I mean, I don't want to oversimplify the whole superhero thing, but that's part of the fun, seeing the payoffs. And I remember House of M was notorious for that. House of M is, I think, largely remembered as a good storyline. Now that it's completed, and you can buy the trade and read it all at once. But reading it month to month for over 8 months, I don't remember if there were any delays, but over 8 months that was rough. I mean, it plodded along slow. You didn't get like a fight until the end, I think. I mean, there wasn't any kind of like payoff for any of it. And same with Civil War 2. It's like the lines are starting to be drawn here, but not like fully. Like, you get a few people saying that they think they're on Tony's side, but there's no like definitive like, okay, we're on this side, and we have to fight now because of this, and this. It just, I don't know. I don't know if I'll pick up more. I probably will, but I'm not like as excited about this as I was. I have a feeling this is gonna keep going until the last couple of issues is gonna be a very short fight, and the payoff's gonna be like, what? That, I don't get it. The death in this issue, kind of ridiculous and feels odd, and not that exciting because these characters come back. They're important IPs, so you can't expect them to die forever. But then don't do that. Then there's no stakes. I don't know. It's a problem comics have. I mean, you want to have stakes. You don't want to have everyone just going, oh, well, I'm going to read this book and so-and-so is going to be okay by the end, even though in the beginning it looks like he's in trouble. So you want to have some stakes, but then they kill him off and they have to bring him back because it's a character that's worth millions and millions of dollars. So whatever. That's this comic cynic in me. But for this story, I'm not as excited about it, and I'm slowly. I'll get the next issue, almost for sure, unless I hear like bad things about it. And then depending on how that goes, I might either continue or just stop getting it and read the reviews online. All right, what else do we got here? Any more new ones? Yes, one more new one. And then the Civil War 2 tie-in, All New Wolverine 10. I got this again to continue I wanted to see the interaction between X-23 and Old Man Logan. I like the first 2 installments. This one I'm not as crazy about because the art changed, and I'm a cake. I have to have my cake and eat it too. If the art sucks, I can't enjoy a book. If the writing sucks, I can't enjoy a book. This one, the writing didn't suck, but I mean the art didn't suck, but it's definitely a step down from the regular artist. And I will pick up the next issue, even if it has the guest artist, just because I really like the cover of the next issue. It's a cover swipe of Wonder Woman stepping on Batman's face from an Alex Ross cover, and this cover is gonna have X-23 stepping on Captain America's face, which I thought looked pretty cool. So I will pick it up for that, but I'm disappointed that the art changed. All right. I did pick up a few others at Newberry. I found another copy of the variant of Invincible Iron Man #9, the first full Riri Williams, for a cover price, which is pretty cool. I guess I missed out on. I missed the back issue bin. It's laughable to call it the back issue bin. It's really only over the past few months of back issues at the Faneuil Hall Newberry, and they had a few copies of #9 and #7. So I picked up another one of #9, even though it has some dings on the side, but this is going to be a sell copy. And then I had another copy of the first print of #7, which also has some dings up the top. Not too bad though. And that will be a sell copy as well. So I have 3, I think, of 7, and not including the variant, and then 3 of the variant of 9. So I think all in all, for a hot book, I think I did pretty good in terms of grabbing those for cover price. I don't know if they're gonna have any long-term value, so like I said, I might sell one of each copy, just to see if I can make anything off of those, and then hold on to the rest for a while. But we'll see. I'm lazy about putting things on eBay. Then I got some stuff off my comic shop. I thought I had more from my comic shop, but I guess it was only these 3. I got Thor #1, the Fiona Staples variant. This I got for $3.20 on my comic shop, and I was really surprised about that. I already have a copy. I paid, I think, $8 for on eBay, not including the shipping. So when I saw it for $3.20, I did a double take. I was like, what? Why is that $3.20? I mean, I keep saying it. I think this Jane Foster Thor thing is awesome. One of my favorite books, and incredibly underrated right now. And I really hope they recast Jane Foster and do this storyline in the movie. We'll see. But anyway, this is a great cover. Fiona Staples, the artist of Saga. Underrated cover, underrated book, underrated character. $3.20. I will take that all day. Same theme here. I got the second print of #25. This was about $2. Nothing special in terms of demand. It's a low demand book that I think is pretty awesome. It's the first cameo of the Jane Foster Thor, all the way at the end of the book. So I thought it'd be cool to get that one. And then I got the 6th print of the Spider-Man Deadpool #1. Really simplistic, awesome looking cover there. They are making a 7th print, which I will also be on the lookout for. But this one I really just wanted because of the cover. I thought it was pretty cool. And I got a couple off eBay. I got Sojourn #1. I got this because it was cheap. It was $3, I think. And I can't remember if it was free shipping. It might have been. And I remember this being popular back in the day. They haven't done a lot with the cross-gen characters or anything at all, really. I got this because it's cheap. It was popular, so usually what things come back around. This character might come back again one day when they reinvigorate or reintroduce the cross-gen characters. Eventually, I'm sure they will. And yeah, figured I'd just pick that up. The other one I got, paid $20 for this, which was, you could probably get it for cheaper if you wait for auction. There was one that went for auction back in June, I saw, that sold for $5. This is the New York Comic Con variant of Thor #1, the first appearance of Lady Thor. Art Adams cover. This has got to be one of my favorite covers of if I was had to make a top 10 list of my favorite covers, this is now one of them. This is such a great cover. Such a great character, such a great storyline. So I had to get that. 20 was the lowest buy it now that I saw. I didn't want to. My patience wouldn't allow me to wait for an auction to come up. So I just pulled the trigger on the $20. Not sure how rare this is, but I would guess that it's the rarer of the Thor #1s. So I love art items, so I had to pick that up. Then I went to the New England Comics yesterday to check out their 85% off sale. Like I said, I didn't get any of the dollar books that were 35 cents, but I did pick up a bunch of, a few back issues, not as much as I would have liked. There are enough, I don't know if it was worth the trip. There are some fun ones here, I guess I am glad that I got them. But if I knew they weren't going to have Amazing Spider-Man as part of the sale, I probably would have skipped out on it. All these came to about $7 total. These next bunch that I'm going to show. I don't remember the exact price offhand after the sale for each one. Spider Island #2, the Gabriel Del Otto variant. Kind of a hardcover artist, but not everything he touches doesn't turn to gold. It's just specific books, I guess, rarity and all that good stuff. But he's an awesome artist, and I eye this one every time I see it. I'm glad I never got it because I got it for like super cheap. I think the cover price was $6.99, so whatever is 85% off that. I'm not gonna do the math off my head, and I probably would do terrible trying to do the math in my head. Then I got some of these other books that I never got that I eyed, kind of. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1, the regular edition. First appearance of the first appearance of I forget her name. Spider-Man Mary Jane's daughter. I think her first appearance was actually during One More Day. But this is definitely, I would say, a key. And since they're bringing back Renew Your Vows, that universe, and this character's going to be in it, I think this is a good one to get, even though the print one was pretty high. So, yeah, I grabbed that. I never had the regular edition before. This was cover price, and then, then 85% off that. I got variant for #3, Fiona Staples variant. Very sweet looking cover. Yeah, this is another one that I've been eyeing, but I never felt like spending like $5 on, so I was glad to find it and get the discount. And then I got the regular cover of #4, which I hadn't have, which is the first time I believe that their kid uses her powers, which is pretty cool. Also got Avengers 237 for the Spider-Man appearance. Captain America #1. I think there's some first appearances in there, including Armin Zola's kid and I think a few other characters maybe. But I always loved Rick Remender and John Romita Jr. So it's kind of weird that they didn't put the Jr. on the name over there, but whatever. Got the third print of Thunderbolts 128. Nothing special there, but third printings of these type of books are always difficult to find, so I thought I'd grab that while I saw it. It was pretty cheap. And then I got this one, Thor #1 from the Straczynski era. This run was okay. I'm not always a big fan of the regular Thor, but the art's super awesome, and this run was pretty good. I didn't read all of it, but from what I did read, it was pretty good. They had a sticker on this that said this is the San Diego Comic-Con 2007 variant, but I thought this was the third print variant. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But this was pretty cheap, and this was, of course, part of the 85% off sale. Anyway, guys, that is about it. I will probably save all my pennies for the Boston Comic-Con coming up. I'll be going on Friday, just because it's easier for me to do that since I work downtown, so I can just go to the con, go back to work, and go back and forth as I please without having to make a special trip out there on the weekend. And it's cheaper on Friday, and then you don't get the discounts that happen on Sunday, but you get you'll get first pickings at a lot of the books there. So if there's no Amazing Spider-Man books left, I apologize. I probably took them all. I'm definitely looking for Amazing 606 and 607. Those are the last two big ones I need in my 200 to 700 run. And I really hate paying a premium just for the cover. yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.